when I speak at after 1, it's kind of not live yet. So when I rewatch my video, I'm missing the first words. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow, my hair is a mess. I was outside with the ducklings, the baby ducks. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow is when I post my next video. As you know, I'm from Florida. I live in South Florida, but I have a raw land in North Florida, Central North, where the springs are. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Caroline, I'm 48. I'm French, I have 4 kids, 3 grown-up and 1 7 years old that I homeschool. And I bought a van 5 months ago, 6 months ago maybe, because I had to pay my insurance again. So I think it's been 6 months. And I've been traveling mostly in Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and that's it. I would like to travel west next spring or next summer, maybe after I sell this house, maybe when I get more money. It's not the right time now. And after I bought the van, because it's a cheap Econoline low roof, it's 2008, I was worried that the van will not be able to take me that far. Actually, it broke down twice when I was traveling with my sons, both of them, and my dogs. But you know what? It's pretty easy to fix an Econoline. So I fixed the van, and now that I realized that I put 11,000 miles on it, I think it's gonna last. Hold on, I have Apple next to it, and she's trying to climb on me. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Apple is my chihuahua again. Up. If you're new to my channel, Apple is here, and I have Lebowski over there, my conure. So I'm planning to travel from with Apple from Florida to maybe Wyoming and Montana, but I have to admit it's a little bit, I mean, it's scary. It's out of my comfort zone. When I travel east, I'm always close to a town. I always have my data. Hi, Stoma, how are you doing today? Why are you home? Are you self-employed like me? Because most people are working now. I'm self-employed, so I'm doing real estate and I'm selling health insurance. Not that I like it. I don't like health insurance. I'm kind of out of the system. So, but I'm helping my friends getting free insurance. Here we have Miss Apple. So I was saying that when I travel with my van on the east, it's not scary because I always have a suburb, a town nearby. I always have my data, and I travel with my son. What time is it there? So I'm in South Florida, and it's noon, 12:22. Where are you located, Stoma? And okay, I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be waiting for your answer. So when I travel on the east, it's very easy to always find a town or some places with people. And I also travel with my son. He's 7. I homeschool him. Not that we always need internet, but I don't want his father, because I'm divorced, to worry. So traveling west to long distance. Oh, you're from UK? I'm French, but I'm sure you can tell by my accent. So if you're from UK, yes, it is 17. I'm also like you know, I'm in metric system, and I adjusted to the American lifestyle, but I'm staying French in there. I still don't understand the inches, and I've been living in America since 2011. I'm American now. I became American a year ago, and yeah, she's very cute. She's tired now. And it's funny because I used to be a doula, so I've delivered many babies. And at the hospital, when we check a mom in labor and delivery, we always count in centimeters. But yet Americans are still counting in inches. So that didn't help me because I'm still in centimeters. Yeah, that's Apple. And I have another one over there that will be ready for adoption very soon. I'm fostering. Uh, so I was saying that when I travel east, I feel safe. And I have not traveled west yet because I'm scared. I have 3 grown-up kids that are on their own, but I don't want to be out of network. I'm worried to break down in the middle of nowhere. So I'm kind of looking for some other van lifers or people that I can trust that will come with me, or like we don't have to follow each other. I know we all come from different places. When I went was it last spring? Yeah, maybe when I bought the van. When I went to Peace, Love, and Van in Florida, I met some people, but it was my first year with the van. So I have some contacts. I have Tim. Tim, if you're watching me, hi. But I would love not to be alone. Look at Apple. Every time I talk, she's like a baby. She falls asleep on me. Yeah, Apple, I was talking about you. I would love to go there with other van lifers, so I will feel safe. Because traveling alone, when you're a woman, and my ex disagree with what I'm doing, he's very scared. But don't worry, I'm being very careful. And yes, behind I collect some butterflies. That's for my daughter, my 26 years old daughter. We collect some dead butterfly. Hi, Van. I put my daughter picture in there when she was very young, because she's 26 now, and I keep the dead butterflies. She was very, very young on this picture. And I will give it to her next time I see her, but she moved like 3 hours north of me. Van, you missed the beginning. I was saying that I'm planning to travel west. So for my birthday, I said that in a previous live, and I want to go to Wyoming and Montana, because it happens that where I bought my Roland in Florida, my neighbor, who is a good friend now, Richard, was a truck driver. And he keeps telling me, Caroline, go to Montana, go to Montana. And you know how Alexa is listening to us? Not only Alexa, but I found out that my dash cam in my van was listening to me, because I checked the SD card few days ago, because I wanted to take some videos for the YouTube channel, right? Some clean video of the road or me driving, and it records the sound. It recorded my conversation with my best friend on the phone. And maybe I mentioned Montana because when I opened my phone this morning, I had all TikToks and YouTubes about Montana. And not a day goes by without saying beauty. Yeah, and I really want to go there. But like I said in the beginning, it's, I don't know, it's a bit like it's far. Obviously, I'm from South Florida and I have a low roof van, so not a lot of comfort. I don't even have a solar system, and I'm kind of scared to go there, but I want to make the effort. I want to try to get out of my comfort zone, and I want to try to go. I was talking to a guy, Tim, that I met at Peace, Love, and Van this year in Florida, and he never went, but he's also planning to go to Wyoming, which is like right under. And I really want to try. Not now because it's July and I don't have the funds right now. I mean, I do, but I need to maybe sell my house or get some more money. And Van, if you know Montana, do you know like where would you go? Because my neighbor Richard tells me to go to Missoula. And I posted on Facebook this morning and I asked people where they will go in Montana. A lot of people are telling me to go to the national park, which is 95% in Wyoming, actually. But someone else gave me a name, a town that I've never heard of before, and it happens to be only 2 hours south of Missoula. So I believe in science. I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. And I'm like, even if Alexa is listening to me and it's not just the universe, I still believe in science and in the universe. And I'm like, okay, there's two people that are telling me to go in this area in Montana. So I really have to go. But I need to know when is the best time to go. If I go to Montana, I might go to Wyoming and Montana, because why not? And I'm going to make obviously more stops on the road. I know. No, I know it's beautiful, but I want to see some rivers. I want to be able to swim, and I would like to stay in the van some places and not have to move like every day, like I do when I travel here in South. Um, what's that? Entering near Crow Agency. Your son will love Custer Battlefield. You're gonna have to explain it to me. And I was talking about Tim, and Tim is like texting me on Messenger. So Tim is a van lifer that I met at an event at Peace, Love, and Van. But I need to plan, because when I travel south, I had a cabin in North Carolina and I'm working in North Carolina. So when I go to the mountain in North Carolina, the Smoky Mountain, it feels like home. So I'm not getting out of my comfort zone. It's very easy for me to travel from here to South Florida. I even had a land in Georgia at some point, in Clayton, Georgia. So all that feels like home, like I'm not lost. When I bought the van 5-6 months ago, I started by traveling close by. I remember my first time camping was actually a few miles away from where I live. Hi, Pepsi, Pepsi bro. Okay. So I started traveling just a few miles away, and it was my first experience. So I was not very far. I was using, thank you for the heart. I was going to some public, they're not state park, they belong to the water management, and maybe van lifers know that. Like in Florida, we can camp for free if you put a permit. You go to the water management and you have free 14 days or 30 days, depending. We have 5 water management districts in Florida, and you can pull a permit. In the south, I think they give you 14 days a year, and in Central Florida, I think you have 30 days, but I'm not so sure. But what I mean is that, hi, Ruslan. Hi, mom. No, that's actually not one of my kids. So that was my first experience. I'm not in Germany, I'm French, but I live in Florida. So my first experience with the van was with the water management, as I was traveling close to home and in the state of Florida. And then month after month, I went out of the state and I started traveling further and further with the van. But going from Florida to Tennessee or Alabama is 10, 12 hours. Going from Florida to Montana or Wisconsin, that's another step, obviously. And oh, hi, I'm from Indonesia. And what time is it now for you in Indonesia? I'm happy I have people from all over the world today. I have people from Germany, Indonesia, and I have someone from UK. Vance, Trump, the rendezvous in Arizona will help you prepare and learn. Oh, are you saying the rendezvous is in January? Because I was planning to go in Arizona. I don't know why, but I was planning to go for my birthday, so in March. January, yeah, I can do that. I'm trying not to travel when I have my kid's birthday, and like February is a big month because I have my ex-husband's birthday, my son's birthday. Then March, it's my birthday, my son's birthday. I know in this family, we're all born in February and March. Okay, I have to look at the Rubber Tramp rendezvous. Okay, in Arizona. Will you be there, Van? Because as I said, I mean, nothing is planned. I said that I was going to go for my birthday, but if you think that January is good to meet other people, and that's my goal, right, Apple? And I'm also wondering if it's dog friendly, because I will have Apple with me. And, if it's not too hot, because I don't have any AC in the van. And usually I take her like everywhere with me. But you know, when I am in the springs in Florida, dogs are not allowed in the springs. In the state park, they are. So I can take her in the park, but I cannot take her in the water or near the water. Also, I take her on the kayak, but I'd rather not leave her in the van because you never know. Even if I have an air cooler. I don't have an AC, but I have an air cooler. Um, Bob Wells group has a women only meeting that are great. Bob Wells group is on Facebook. I don't think I am on his group yet. I am on many Facebook groups, but I didn't know that Bob Wells had a group for women. I don't mind being with men, actually. I mean, I'm okay with men or women, but you know, because I have my son with me, you've seen my son in my video. Like, I just want to be safe, and I don't want my adult kids to worry when I'm out there. When I cross a county or a state, not a whole state, but a county with no service, you know, I don't want my family to worry, and I worry about my family, and I don't want to be disconnected from the world either, because if I need to call my adult kids, yes, after Forgotten Angel in September, I will stay this winter in Arizona. So you think that March will be too late to be in Arizona? You think I should try maybe January? I mean, I don't know, but everybody has been telling me, like all my subscribers and everybody, um, is telling me to go there. And I've been to California once, but I flew, and that's the only state of the West that I know. But there are many, many states that I want to see on the West. I also want to do Washington State, which I live in Washington D.C. It's not the same. It's not very pretty, but I want to go on the West. And it's funny because I actually started my channel after watching a lady who was living in Washington State, and she has this beautiful channel. It's all about slow living, and it's kind of like my lifestyle, and I love that. And I think her and Bob Wells were the two people that influenced me the most. And that's how I changed my lifestyle and bought the van and started traveling. But people who said that it doesn't cost money, that's not quite true, because you still need money to get some gas. And with the gas price now, even if it's not as bad as it used to be, we are at 389, 388 here in South Florida. When I go to Alabama, North Carolina, it's even cheaper. It's 330. But at some point, we were at like over four. It costs money. It's like $120 for a full. So you can't really say that it's cheap unless you just stay put in the same camp. But I'm trying to move every day or every other day. Only no use. No, but I want your advice because of the weather, you know, because I'm not very familiar with this area. So I know that I wanted to spend my birthday in Arizona, but if you think that March might be too warm already, or people leave already, I don't know. I don't know. I know that a lot of van lifers are going there in Arizona for the winter, but I don't know what's considered the winter. Are they going to move there like starting what, in November? Are they leaving in March? Like here in South Florida, you see the snowbirds and they come and go. But now it's hard to say, because they I feel like they come, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, they don't leave anymore, which I'm okay with that. I come from up north myself. I mean, from France first, but I've lived in Connecticut. So, you know, I'm from everywhere. I'm not from just Florida. So it's not just about my desire. I really want to meet some people. And the funny thing, Van, or other people that know me through my channel, is that you might recognize me or not. I think you will, because see, I don't cheat. I don't have any makeup. It's just me. So I look exactly like I look like right now, but I might not recognize you. So you will have to come with me and say, hey, Caroline, and don't call me the mosaic fairy. You just come to me when you meet me and you say, hey, Caroline, that's Van, or that's, you know, you introduce yourself, because a lot of my subscribers are also using uh, different names than their real names. So I don't know if we will be able to recognize each other. I mean, you will be, and you might recognize my dog, Apple, my son, Dove, and I'm asking my daughter, the one who is 26, because she's a big traveler, this one, if she wants to come with me next year. She's self-employed, but she's a manager at a French restaurant. I don't know if she can take like 2 or 3 weeks off, but I would love to have her because one, she can help me with the baby. I mean, he's not a baby, he's 7, but compared to her, she'll be, they're born like 20 years apart. So she's a good help. But I would love to travel with her. I don't know how we will travel in a van with one twin bed, but I did it with my son, and he slept on a twin bed, and my 7 years old and we slept on the floor of the van using a small like inflatable mattress that I was using in the tent. So everything is possible, it's always doable. If you don't need a lot of comfort, like it's doable. Right, Apple, and with Apple. And I think we also had Roxy, Lebowski the conure, and we had a gecko because my son always travels with his gecko because he needs water every, like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 times a day. I made a video about the gecko. So give me some tips. Okay, Queen and I will meet you. Okay, no, I will make it happen. I will make it happen, and I will probably post a video. It's scary to meet people, but I cannot just travel isolated, when staying on my own. So I'm gonna make it happen, but not now because I need to rearrange my life. I said in another video that I was trying to sell my house because my house, it's beautiful, but it's a burden financially. I work 3 jobs. I deliver babies. I'm doing real estate in 2 states, not in Florida anymore. I posed my license, but in North Carolina, and I'm doing health insurance like Medicare, Obamacare, all those stuff. And despite having 3 jobs, I barely meet end. But that's also because I live with 2 kids, one 7 years old and one 23, my dogs, and life cost. I'm in South Florida, so even my property tax and everything, it costs money. So I'm trying to sell this house, but it's been very hard because my 23 years old son has Lyme disease, and it's hard to move him. And look at Miss Apple. She loves when I talk. It's like lullaby to her ears, right? I rock her like a baby. My ex-husband says, "Oh my gosh, you're like a granny with your dogs." I'm fine. I don't think it's insulting. I think it's real. And yeah, not like I'm not. Yeah, it's the door. I was saying not that I miss having a baby because I have a 7 years old, so he's like my baby. I'm done having babies. I'm 48, so I'm done. I'm waiting for grandchildren now. Okay, okay, Apple. So are you ready to travel a little bit more? I think she's. I don't think she minds. So guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow is my next video. I went to 4 states in a week in my low roof, in my Econoline. So watch my video tomorrow because remember the algorithm YouTube is not always placing my videos on your feed. And as I said in the live, when was that? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday that I made a live with my son Snakes. Yes, the algorithm is not pushing my videos, and my friend, my handyman who was there fixing the drywall, was telling me a week ago that he thought that I was not posting any videos anymore because he hadn't seen any videos of me in 3 months. Yes, I'm posting videos, long videos, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. I'm making shorts whenever I feel like it, and I'm having a live whenever I feel like it. So I have no schedules for the live and for the shorts, but my videos are always scheduled for Wednesday, 6 p.m. Hi, Annette. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Where are you from, Annette? Yeah, my channel is a little bit of everything. You know, I made a short that was a few months ago, and I said, I'm sorry, algorithm, because I'm not an algorithm. I'm a human. And I'm sorry if you guys get confused, because my channel is about my house, my ducks, my kids, my dogs, my van life. But it's not just about van life and midlife and everything. And uh, just having a peaceful, quiet life, rebuilding your life after a divorce. I'm trying to remain positive. Are you bought a van too? What kind of van did you get? Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. So I feel bad when I see sometimes, well, obviously my channel is growing. I have more watch hours and more subscribers. And sometimes I lose a subscriber and I'm like, oh, maybe I lose a subscriber because they came for my bird or my dog. And then they see a video about the van life and they are disappointed and they just leave. But I'm not going to just please the algorithm. I don't post just about the van because I'm not always in the van. I have a house, as you can see, that's my piano behind. And my life is just, oh, the Ford Transit, my gosh, that's my dream. I was on my Roland a few weeks ago, and I was like charging my Blue Yeti, so you know the power station. I was in a state park, and as I was charging, there was this couple next to me in a Ford Transit 250, and he came and he talked to me, and she came too, and her name was Lucy, like my daughter. So we just connected, and I had a tour. He gave me a tour of his he had a mid-roof as well, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a dream. I don't even dream about a Sprinter, Mercedes. I dream about a Ford Transit. And I think mid-roof is smart choice because when it's too high, um, it's harder to maneuver and it's harder to drive. Annette, are you a new subscriber on my channel? Van is saying to the freedom, Miss Annette. Van is one of my best fans. He's not missing like any of my lives or anything. So yes, no, I was saying that I might be confusing YouTube and the algorithm because my channel is not mainly about van life. Van life is one thing about me, but my life is way more than just van life. I mean, I travel a lot. I go with my ex-husband. Yes, you heard it correctly, with my ex-husband in North Carolina often because he buys and flips property there. And I happen to be a real estate agent. So I travel there a lot. I have dogs. I'm fostering a dog right now that is not next to me because he stole a piece of chicken and he went hiding in the backyard. But my channel is just about my life in general. I think it would be best for the algorithm to just stay with van life, but it's not me, and I don't want to lie to the people, and I want to be able to share a bit of everything, like Apple, Roxy, Lebowski. I don't have my chickens anymore. I used to have like 30 chickens, but as I want to sell my house, um, I got rid of the chickens, and we had an issue with fleas, and the neighbors had more chickens than I had. Oh, you've been a subscriber since you, oh wow. I live outside of Houston. My daughter is there. My daughter is in Houston right now. She lives here, but she went in Houston because she works for Amazon, and they're having a meeting there. So she's there right now. Uh, okay, so Van, so you get my notification. So basically, you are doing something, and because you got a notification now, you're not doing your project and you're procrastinating. Okay, good. Now I feel good. So yeah, I was saying I used to have 30 chickens, and I don't have my chickens. I didn't make any post or shorts about my chickens, but I had a very, very, very dirty neighbors. He passed away, but he had just too many chickens on a very small land, and his chickens got sick, my chicken got sick, so we had to split the flocks, and I had to give them away, but I could not keep all of them because they had fleas, and you know, they just contract the same disease again. It was impossible, and I had fleas everywhere in the house. I had pest control every every month, and they could not even help with the mites and the fleas. So I have no more chickens, and right now I have three duckling. My house is your house anytime. Oh, that's so sweet. I also want to go actually to Texas. My best friend, she's also French and American, Marie Charlotte. She has a YouTube channel. She's baking like it's like you cannot find any bakers that can bake like she does, like her channel. I'm gonna post her channel below in my comment because you have to watch her channel. It's just her name, Marie Charlotte Pujoli. But I will post if you like baking. I'm carnivore, so I don't really do a sweet or anything. But what she does is amazing. She lives in California, and she keeps asking me to go in California. She came here like twice already, and I have to go. So if I go, maybe I will stop in Texas because I'm not gonna go straight and travel straight from Florida to California. So why not? I'm happy to see that I have more and more people now coming to my lives, and Apple is happy too. But see, she's very quiet today because even with the AC here, it's still very hot. Like I have the AC on, but I paid like $500 on my electrical bill this month. And it's like, it's killing me. That's why I made so many videos saying that I wanted to sell this house. And she's very peaceful. She's very chill. Everybody is surprised. Like people are like, she's not a purebred Chihuahua. And I'm like, no, she's not. She might be a mixed Pomeranian. See, she has, I wanted to show you the curly, yeah, the tail. When I got her, I was told she was a Pomeranian, so I was waiting her to have like long hair, and she never got the long hair. But she's very chill for a Chihuahua. Baking, no, but my friend Marie Charlotte, and you're gonna like her because she has this French accent like I do. Remind me to post in the comment of the video if I forget, because I have my son and I'm gonna have to take care of him. But Marie Charlotte Wood Jolie, she started a YouTube channel when I started mine, and she's like making beautiful cakes. Like she made a cake for the World Cup. Like you will not believe it. Like if you've watched some like Netflix shows about bakers and stuff like that, she's well above those people. And she's not a baker. She learned on her own. She started baking a few years ago, and she's baking like gluten-free. Everything is organic. It's just amazing. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to force anybody, because you know how the algorithm is working. If I tell you to go check your channel, but that's not something you're interested in, like, it's gonna mess up because when I watch her channel, I don't care much about cakes and stuff like that, but what she's doing is amazing. But because I'm watching her videos, then when I open my YouTube is suggesting more contents, and most of them are AI, and it's like no, what she's doing is real. So I will post her channel in the comment. Or yesterday, when I have done my live, just so you know, and I have been chatting with you for 32 minutes, 33 minutes, it took almost 24 hours for the video to process, because when you're done with the live, you can upload your thumbnail, it becomes a video, right? But it has to process. And see, it's moving right now. The Wi-Fi is like, and I'm home, so usually the Wi-Fi is good, but it takes a very, very, very long time to process the video. So you might not be able to rewatch this live as a video right away. You may have to wait, I don't know, 24 hours. Baking, yeah, but you're gonna have to see Van what she's baking. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm carnivore. I do bake, and I use like cream and eggs. I'm making like carnivore cakes. I will be, when I will have more followers, more subscribers, I will make a video about van lifers that are carnivores, because I found out that there are a lot of carnivores van lifers out there. But I don't want yet, because as I said, I'm already confusing the algorithm with my van life, my dogs, my backyard, my animals. Like algorithm, YouTube is not very smart, because the algorithm is AI. So AI doesn't have a human heart. So I can't confuse it more. But I will make a video, because there are a lot of carnivore van lifers now. And I don't bake cake, just biscuits, bread, or meals. Yeah, I don't do bread anymore. Like I'm completely gluten-free, and I'm not even using like gluten-free flour. You know, I have Lyme disease, and I passed Lyme disease into my kids via the womb. That's something, yes, it is. So I had to cut off from all grains and processed food and anything because I had like back pain, neck pain. I made only one video about my carnivore lifestyle, and it was one of my very first video when I created the channel. So it doesn't have a lot of views. I didn't know how to edit back then. But I'm mainly carnivore, so I'm eating coffee, tea sometimes, and I'm using plants. I'm making my own tincture, which, oh, I have to tell you this joke. So I was traveling in my van with like 2 gallons of vodka and one bottle that was open, and I'm like, my son didn't have his seatbelt at this moment, and we saw the cops on the right, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my son doesn't have his seatbelt. We were almost at the state park, and I had the 2 bottle of vodka, one open in the van, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if we get pulled over, I'm done. First of all, they don't like van lifers. Then a van lifer with a kid who has no seatbelt and a bottle of vodka. But believe me, I don't drink. I was actually using my, and I'm going to show you my vodka to make tincture, because I make tincture, and I'm not going to tell you what I do in my job because I'm making a placenta tincture. Yeah, you heard that right, but I don't want to discuss anybody. But look, that's a tincture. That's black walnut, green herb. It's black walnut, and it's to kill parasites, because we all have parasites. And you see my house, it's always a mess. I have 4 kids, only 2 live with me, but when my other kids come, I mean, you know, they are, my daughter, the one in Houston right now, is going to be 22, and I have a 26 years old, and my son Clarence is 23, and he lives with me, and I have Dove, 7, and now we have Roxy here. You want to see Roxy? Hey, Roxy. Hey, Roxy. Oh, my son just woke up, so I wanted to turn the camera, but hey, Roxy, come say hi. Yeah, that's Roxy. That's the beauty of having a life, right? You're lucky, guys, that he woke up and he's not naked. But the camera is turned toward me anyway, because I kind of knew that he was going to wake up, and it's, yes, almost 1 p.m. Use it to make vanilla. Oh no, I do. I make my own vanilla, because as a carnivore, that's the only, I cheat, you know, as I said, I make some teas, I make some plants, and I make ice cream, because ice cream is completely carnivore. It's whipping cream, 2 yolks. I use some glycine. Glycine is an amino acid, but it's very sweet. I show you. Sorry, when I'm moving, I don't know if it's stable or not. And I make my own vanilla extract. I show you the glycine. When I need sugar, I just replace the sugar with that glycine. You can find it on Amazon. I was watching a carnivore lady on YouTube, and I went to a carnivore meeting a year ago in Tennessee, so I've learned a lot. And I'm using glycine in my ice cream. So I'm using 2 yolks, a pint of whipping cream, 2 scoops of this amino acid, and a little bit of vanilla, and it's delicious, and it takes like 20 minutes, and you have a beautiful ice cream. So yes, I still have vanilla to my diet, and it's okay. But because I had kidney stones, and I don't know if you have ever learned about oxalate, there is a great book out there that you can buy on Amazon. And her name is Sally Norton. I met her a year ago at the carnivore meeting. I had kidney stones, and I found out that the kidney stones were created by oxalate. And that's when I became carnivore. So I had to stop all fibers and everything. But I'm not a doctor. I don't want to tell you what to do. But you can find this book by Sally Norton on Amazon. It's great. She talks about oxalate a lot. But I'm doing like dirty carnivore because I'm still on coffee and I still believe in plants. I was going to make a tea right now from one of my tree outside, but I use plants mostly as medicine, and I don't do fruits anymore because I'm completely carb-free, sugar-free, and it does help to reduce the inflammation. Okay, my kids are up, guys. We've been together for like 40 minutes, right, Apple? And I'm gonna take my son somewhere. It's very, very hot. So maybe the library or Barnes and Noble, something like that, because he's in his room now. We have a pool, and spoiled boy, he doesn't even want to go into the pool. Look, it's nice there, right? But you know how kids are these days. When I was a child, my grandparents had a pool, and we will just spend 2 months there with my cousins, and we will not go anywhere. We will just go from the house to the pool, the house to the pool, and every Wednesday to the library, and we were happy. So let me take him out, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Thank you for joining today.